Hey, what's happening out there? Welcome to another episode of On the Cutting Room Floor. I'm the host, Tony Ray Harvey. As usual, I'm in the southwest part of Sacramento, the Greenhaven Pocket area, and welcome. Thanks for joining me. Let's get right down into it. Sacramento Kings, they won tonight. They have won their third straight. Keon Ellis, he racked up 27 points, including 22 first half buckets in the Sacramento Kings' impressive 119-111 win over the New Orleans Pelicans on the road on February the 12th tonight. That is 3 in a row for the Sacramento Kings. And they play one more in the Crescent City of New Orleans, before the All-Star break that which starts this weekend. Basically starts tomorrow and runs right through Sunday. So yeah, really impressive win tonight. Really impressive win. Ellis, he made 10 of 14 shots from the field at 71.4% and 7-11 in three-point territory at 63.6%. He did all this in 90 minutes coming off the bench. Now the Kings are now 28-26. They are now 15-13 on the road, and they have improved to 15-8 under interim coach Doug Christie, who has been holding on his job since December 28th. DeMar DeRozan, he had 24 points. He had 6 assists, while Zach LaVine added 23 points and 7 assists for Sacramento. LaVine made all 11 shots from the foul line. He made all 11 attempts from the foul line tonight. That was really, really impressive. So we got basically two good free throw shooters in LaVine and DeMar DeRozan here. So Domantas Sabonis, he had 16 points and 11 rebounds, started being in foul trouble for most of the game. But Jonas Valanciunas, he took care of that as a reserve. He held it down for him till the big man got himself correct there. So the Kings have won 3 straight and has not had one practice since trading for LaVine, Jake LaRavia, and Jonas Valanciunas. That's pretty good. So they got this break coming up. They're going to get a little time in the gym, get more cohesiveness, more togetherness, more unity, more understanding of each other and how they play and their tendencies and their patterns. That's all coming up. That's what you do in practice. You get that together. But right now, it seems like they're really getting a feel for each other already. And these, let's see, they done played. Zach LaVine have been here for at least 4 games. So that would make the other, let's see, Valanciunas, he done played 3 games. And yes, see, Valanciunas, he done played 3 games. And Jake LaRavia, he has been here for about 3 games too as well. Doug got him going in the right direction. All right. I don't know what's much more to say as far as, a play-in or how that's going to look. But he's got them going in the right direction, and they have every bit of chance to make a push in these last 28, 29 games that they have. So at this point, the Sacramento Kings are in 8th place. They moved to the 8th spot in the NBA Western Conference. They are 28-26. And yes, wow. They're only like a game and a half out of, 2 games out of the 6th spot, which is, let's see here, 16. The only 2 games out of the 6th spot, which is currently being held by the Los Angeles Clippers, who are 50-50 in their last 10 games, 5-5. But the Kings looking really, really well right now. The Warriors still on the Kings' tail, okay, at that 27-26 spot. But as we do know at this point, the Kings have already won 2 games against the Warriors, and they will have another one right after the break on February 21st at Golden One Center. Then they'll have another one, I believe that would be in March. It will be in March that they play the last game against the Warriors in San Francisco. So, hey, let's give it up for the Sacramento Kings. De'Aaron Fox has, moved on. He's with the San Antonio Spurs. Okay, Monty McNair and Wes Wilcox has brought in these 3 players, for the remainder of the season. and things are looking pretty promising right now. It could be looking a lot worse. Those first couple games were kind of, jagged. They lost the first two, but now they done won the last three. So that pretty much right there tells me that they're gelling together. Yes, there has been talk about the point guard position. Yes, they do need a backup point guard. But in the meantime, Malik Monk is going to be holding it down. And what we see, DeMontis, sometimes he's the ball carrier. He'll bring the ball up the court. And I'm seeing Zach LaVine as well. So that's what they have to work with. Doug just spoke tonight after the press conference. He'd like to see Keon Ellis, slide into that point guard position, as much as possible, because he's a big guard. He's, 6'5", 200 pounds or so, something like that. But right now, this is what the Sacramento Kings have to work with. So until that is settled, there are some free agents out there, and we'll see. We'll see. So yes, the Kings play another game. They will be playing another game, but I just want to highlight some of the things that they did tonight because Keon Ellis led the way. Now, what was significant about Keon shooting tonight, he made four straight three-pointers. Let me back up here. The Kings made four straight three-pointers. 3 of those treys was by Keon Ellis that gave the Sacramento Kings a 31-15 lead at the 3:17 mark of the first quarter for the Kings. The Kings led 34-26 before the second quarter began. All right? Ellis made 5 or 6 shots from the floor and 3 or 4 in three-point territory in that first quarter, coming off the bench. Now, the Pels, they did power back to tie the game up 3 times. The last time that they did, Trey Murphy, he made a basket. He made a basket to tie it at 63 all with 25 seconds left in the second quarter. Okay, Williamson was fouled by Zion Williamson. He fouled DeRozan, who followed with 2 baskets at the foul line to give the Kings a 65-63 halftime lead. I hope I'm explaining that well. Okay, and now we're flowing into the third quarter. Jordan Hawkins' 3-point basket gave the Pels an 81-80 lead in the third quarter, until the Kings regained the lead and ended the frame with a 92-86 advantage. That's in the third quarter. The Kings, who had 8 turnovers in the first quarter, 1 in the second quarter, did not turn the ball over in the third quarter. They did not turn the ball over in the third quarter. Matter of fact, they turned the ball over later. That was Keon Ellis who turned the ball over. So they had 11 turnovers for the whole game. So they took care of the ball more so after that first quarter because it was pretty much getting out of hand. And Malik Monk pretty much explained, you get more possessions when you don't turn the ball over like that. You get more offensive possession when you don't turn the ball over like that. So that was really, really good. So after Antonio Reeves made a 3-point basket to cut the Kings lead 104-102, the Kings went on a 11-2 flurry, stamped by another clutch specialty basket produced by DeMar DeRozan to put the game out of reach for the struggling Pelicans. The Pelicans have lost 9 straight. They have lost 9 straight. In the last 3 games, they have lost 2 to the Sacramento Kings. They are struggling. They got another shot at the Kings tomorrow. Let's see how that works out. The Kings have pretty much got their foot on their necks, which they should, and they should continue doing that. But the key to that game tomorrow, you got to get out. You got to get out fast. Don't go in there lackadaisical, waiting, just going through the motions, seeing if you're going to win, just so you can get your little break going on. I know y'all want, don't book some trips to Cabo or something like that, and wherever far off place that you can take you and yourself and your family. I understand that. Get this victory, make it 4 straight. Start the second half, what they technically call the second half of the season, off on a good foot. So, yeah. So, Keon Ellis, he was 8 for 11 shots shooting from the field, 6 of 9 beyond the arc to finish with 22 points in the first half. And I did mention those those 10 turnovers by the King that were committed in the first half. The Pels at that time, they had a 38-24 edge in points in the paint in the first half. That changed up too. Okay, they actually outscored the Kings 70-40 in the paint total in the game. Yes, and they out-rebounded the Pelicans 59-47. So I'm not going to keep you folks that long. I was just holding back for a little while. I have some other purposes as far as putting these game summaries together and this digital commentary, just trying to wait and see on some things because I'm detecting some bad vibes out there. So I'm just going to slow it up a little bit, but I will be putting these out after the away game. The other night, just wasn't physically ready to put one out after the win in Dallas the other night by the Sacramento Kings. But I'm back again. I'll be back tomorrow night to put one out. I am going to the All-Star weekend in San Francisco. I don't know what activities I'll be covering, but it's probably the first time in 10, 12 years that I've been to an All-Star game, so I'm looking forward to it. I thought maybe Sabonis would have a shot at being selected, put on the roster as an all-star, but that didn't happen. Matter of fact, he had 2 cracks at it, but they gave it to Kyrie Irving when Anthony Davis was declared not able to play. As you know, he's out with Dallas. He has an injury, an adductor or something like that going on. But Domantas Sabonis, he's an all-star anyway. So just put it, definitely right here in the Sacramento region. He's been putting in work. I know what's more important to him is trying to get this team in the postseason play. That's what I'm looking for. The All-Star weekend is only for a few days. The playoffs can go as far as you want, right up until, the finals if you get that far. I know that's what this young man is focused on. Get him there, you have no problem. Okay? You have no problem. Still look like you might be able to reach an all-NBA position this season anyway, if the Kings continue to win. So, folks, hey, thank you for stopping in. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for me. I really would appreciate it. I will be back tomorrow night. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, the Sacramento Kings beat the New Orleans Pelicans 119-111. As we know, they are the Kings' nemesis. They beat them 6 times last season, but it looked like the tables might be turning this season. So let's see what happens with tomorrow. Bless you all. Come on back. Thanks for joining in. And that's the way it is. Peace.